start, I think, in 7 years, which is crazy. My family moved away when I went to college at USC, and I haven't made it back here. I can't believe it. I'm so excited to be back, so thank you all for letting me come and say hi today. Thank you for letting me skip a little school and come and hang out with me. Well, I'll just talk to you guys for a little bit, but if you have questions, that's really what I love to answer, because you guys are, you know, you got to watch, and I'm sure you have a couple questions of how to, like, I don't know, whatever your questions are, I'd love to take them. Nothing is too small or big. But I'd love to just talk a little bit about my experience coming out of class of 05 from this school right here. I went out to USC, and in my junior year was 2008, the Beijing Olympics. It wasn't really until the summer before that I thought maybe I have a shot at making the Olympic team. So many of my other swimming friends have said I've wanted to be Olympian since I was this little kid jumping into the pool, and that was never the case for me, because I just thought, you know, I'm, you know, this kid out of the middle of nowhere, New Jersey, and I'm like, I'm just, you know, my parents are from another country, you know, this isn't, it's like an American dream kind of story. We just, like, we lived a nice, humble life, and enjoyed the swimming process, and just kind of was seeing how good I can get. Every day I went to practice, I said, oh, maybe I can get a little bit better today, but I never, ever even crossed my mind that I could be an Olympian. So when I went out to USC in my junior year, I ended up making the team, and I ended up overthrowing the long-time reigning champion in my event. I was racing a race that I thought was only for second place, because it was such a shoo-in that this Australian swimmer was going to win. And it wasn't until the very last turn that I thought, hey, I have a chance at being a gold medalist. So that was a first dream come true, and then to come back 4 years later, I spent the last 3 years being a professional swimmer. Like, what is that? You know, there's professional basketball players, but professional swimmer, like, kind of makes you turn your head, but it's been an unbelievable journey. This summer, I've had the support of not only my coaches and teammates, but about 5 sponsors, which is unbelievable. It's just been such an amazing journey. Then again, you think, second time Olympics, maybe it's a little bit easier, maybe a little bit less stressful. You've already been there, you've already gone through the whole thing. That's not true. It's twice as hard. Second time around, especially as a gold medalist, last time, every time they put a camera in your face, they say, you're going to win this, right? You're going to do it again, right? And it's like, well, hold on a second, that's not that easy. Like, it's a big thing. So it was a lot of pressure. I just remember standing up on the blocks before that last final, and if you can just imagine, you have this one shot, you have about 2 minutes and 20 seconds to do what you've been training for 4 years. I mean, that's pretty unreal. Like, this is your last chance. You just have to kind of relax, go with it. You know, the starter's going to come whether you're ready or not, so you better just relax and trust in yourself, be confident, and that's really what it was running through my head before that last race. Another thing is that when I was in about high school, that's when my club coach told me, you're going to be the first woman to go 2:19, which I know you guys don't all know about swimming, but so 2:19 it's very fast. The fastest at that time was a 2:20. At that time, I was about a 2:30. So I just thought, you know, you're crazy. That's never going to happen. But after a year or two, I kind of looked back on what he said, and I was like, all right, maybe I'll be the first woman to go 2:19. Like, that was just thought to be an unbreakable barrier for women. It's like the men go 2:19, that's a good men's time, you know? So it's something that I put in the back of my mind. I never told a single person that that's my goal. And when 4 years ago I went at 2:20, I was thrilled, but the reason that I came back for 4 more years was because I wanted to go 1 second faster. So 4 years of training for 1 second faster. And I didn't know if it would be possible this time. I didn't know, it's really nerve-wracking to get up on the blocks and have this one chance. And I don't know how many of you watched the semifinals, but I ended up breaking the world record in the semifinals with a 220.00. I just got out, I was so thrilled to get the world record, but I just had to laugh. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Just 1/100th, you have no idea how quick that is. That's like not filing your fingernails or, something really silly. The pressure of finals, it can sometimes be a lot harder to go faster in finals because it's so much pressure. And you're just trying to focus on the medals. And I was lucky enough where I've done the right training, I've been mentally and physically prepared, and I was able to come back the next day, break my own world record, go half a second faster, which I still can't believe. I finally got that 2:19. I could go back to my old coach and be like, that was for you. That's because you told me 7 years ago that I could do that. That's the only reason that I did it. I still can't believe it. It's still giving me chills like watching that. I can't believe it. But it's been such a long road, and I can't help, especially when I'm back here driving through the streets of Plainsboro and seeing all the places I used to go and where my friends used to live and all this. I can't help looking back on what it was like for me being one of you guys. I can't lie, I wasn't here very much. I was always at the pool. I was always at the pool. I trained over at Rutgers. That didn't help. I was always driving to the pool or at the pool. So pretty much every day after practice, I would get in my car, drive for about an hour in traffic to get to Rutgers, swim for 3 or 4 hours, and then come back late at night. Lucky me, when I was older, I got to do morning practice and afternoon, so I'd wake up at 3:30, go to swim, come straight to class with my hair all wet and be that stinky chlorine person, and go straight to the pool again after class. And so I know since I wasn't around so much, I definitely, wasn't the most popular kid in school. And it's like, I understand, I wasn't here. It's not a big deal. I knew I had goals. I had things I wanted to achieve. I didn't tell many people what I was doing, so they just thought I'd just go home and sit at home or something. A couple of my teachers, and I'm sure Mrs. P knew what I was up to, but it's great to come back and have you guys yell that I love you, and you're awesome, you're our hero. I'm like, I was not at all like that back when I was here. I was sitting in the back and totally quiet, and it just shows what you can achieve with hard work. I'm sure you all have something that you dream of, and it can be something humongous or something that's just like one step towards the right direction. And I just hope that you all can take my story and realize that it's not that hard to achieve your dreams. You just have to hold yourself accountable. You have to do what's right. You have to do what you feel is the right step. For me, that was, unfortunately, I didn't go to prom because I had a swim meet. That's what my step was. That's what I felt like I had to do. That's what I knew was the right thing for me, and if I wanted to achieve my goals, or if someone maybe asked me to prom, I would have gone. I knew that was going to be worse. But it just shows you what hard work can do. So I really hope you all follow your dreams and reach to be whatever it is you aspire to be, because it is possible. Don't let people tell you it's not. And with that, if you guys have questions, I would love to answer questions, even if teachers, principals, anybody.
Just give me a second, and I'll put a couple microphones out there. But before we do, Justin, sit down. But before we do, Deputy Mayor Neil Lewis from Plainsboro has a proclamation that he would like to give Rebecca, so if you would all give him your attention, we're going to take care of that now.
Thank you. I'd like to start by saying welcome home. Your story is very inspirational for us. We've all taken great pride in watching your achievements over the past 2 Olympics and the time in between. I know that the excitement that you're seeing here is something that we all felt every time we would hear on TV, Rebecca Soni of Plainsboro, New Jersey, and also of the West Windsor-Plainsboro High School system. And we've all taken great pride in what you've accomplished, enough so that we rolled out a huge banner each time the Olympics were over in 2008 and 2012 on the front lawn of the Township building with the Olympic rings on it and your name, and congratulations. On behalf of your hometown, on behalf of the Township Committee, all the people of Plainsboro and West Windsor and the West Windsor-Plainsboro school system, we present you with this plaque, a proclamation honoring your return, the accomplishments of the last several years, and the fact that you've made us all proud, and we wish you continuing success. Thank you so much.
Okay, let me get the second microphone out, and then if you would line up at the microphones, you may ask your questions. I don't have to let you know that, excuse me,